Hello everyone, my name is the Rad Man, and we are back for some more Mad Games Tycoon. So, in the last episode, we had just released a remaster of Game 1, which I'm predicting is going to be a loss of about, we can actually produce more of Game 1. It'll cost us more, but it's actually selling better than I thought it would. So I'm guessing we're going to lose at least 500,000 off that, but to kind of compensate for that, we're going to do a whole bunch of research, and ideally we'll also make money off of these like random contracts and stuff. But we're also going to shoot for either the next highest building or the building after that, which I believe the next building is 3 million and the building after that is about 4 million. It's a really good thing we don't have any loan right now. That's the other thing, is if we wanted to, we could take out about an $8 million loan, and that would get us the $8 million building, and we'd have $6 million left to put stuff in it, except that would probably not be the wisest choice for a few, pretty obvious reasons. And then we also need to get all of our engines updated, just because the lower end engines aren't really selling anymore, and if we have an engine that's not selling, it's not making us money. And I'm thinking Game 1 Remaster is only going to make us we'll be lucky if we break the million mark, let's just say that. That's about the state of this game at this point. I really wish you could see the ratings of these games. They all still look so old. That's the nice term I'm going to use for it. We're going to spend a few extra bucks to hopefully boost Game 1 before it just dies altogether. I don't know if we'll make it. It's going to take 2 weeks. Please don't take it off the market. Okay, it didn't get taken off the market yet. Hopefully we can at least sell a few of those 16,000. I should have made 25,000 of that game. Okay, sell 2,000. There's no way we're gonna break even, but what are you gonna do? I guess learn to never make a remaster of a game unless it actually sold. That would be the lesson from this, is don't do this. Let's also look at the game reports. I haven't actually ever looked at any of these. So the perfect settings would be this. I believe it actually shows you that. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, bro, but yeah, some of these are interesting. Oh, it actually tells you. I didn't know that you could do this. And I don't know. I feel like you should just make all games for all ages, but I don't know. That's my opinion. Yeah, Game 1 Remaster. Not really surprised at that. What? Why the crap was it canceled? Is there seriously some of these like these are all 1 million? Why is it even giving me? I guess when we get in our new building, we'll get enough of these machines that we never have to worry about that again. And this is going to be about right at about negative 50 or about negative 500,000 when it finishes up. I'm kind of thinking we might just pull it when it gets to that point, because I don't really want to put more money into this game than necessary. Because we can take the 600,000 hit loss. It's fine, not desirable, but fine. We're gonna develop a new engine. I didn't even realize we didn't have the. Oh yeah, these were both released recently. We're gonna do a real-time strategy engine just because one doesn't exist yet, and then we might not actually be making a first-person shooter engine, because I think that's gonna be rated the same as the other one that's out right now. This engine is going to be 200,000, so it's going to be the Rad Strat engine 1.0. Crazy that a 1.0 has 23, but that's just how it works at this point in life. Yep, I was going to say he should be finished with that just about now. And that guy's going to probably at about 75 when this course finishes up, which is fine. Yeah, that's not even going to sell the rest of these copies, but it'll pull itself, so I don't need to do much more. Yep, there we go. Production contract is fine. 2 million, now we'll improve. I need to see, what is the FPS engine, because I feel like the other competing one was a 23. Oh, that was RPG. Oh. First person shooters still 20, but I think people will use ours, and if not, then when the demand is there for better games, ours will be there already, so that'll give us an advantage. Ooh, this could be a real money sink if things don't go according to plan. So we're gonna call this the Rad Shooter Engine. Or 1.0. I don't know why I keep saying engine. I actually did use engine in the name the first time I played this game, but then I figured out it was pretty useless to have it in the name, so I quit doing that. And now I'm not sure why I'm doing it subconsciously. When did this release? We better research that. Which means we'll have like 3 new engines come out in a row. Those features are just unlocked. Oh, it goes from we got 16 then 32, I think. Or 16-bit. Oh, 16-bit sound then music. I was like, wait a second, that's not 16 then 32. That's 16 and 16. What's going on here? Nope. Wait, we haven't researched that yet. I was all gung-ho about getting a new genre that I completely forgot that we have to actually unlock it before we can do anything with it. But yeah, this will finish up really quick. Probably have these guys do some contracts and then finish up the engines. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, so not much is happening. Just enough to keep all the departments busy. Like, in my opinion, as long as these machines are constantly running, that means we have enough production for them to do. Just because they are the most expensive thing besides employees that we have, so they need to be always working if it can be managed to always do that. Don't know why I said managed, not sure what I'm thinking, but that's fine with me. Rad, let's just call this third, I guess it'll just be third person engine 1.0. I did that again. Let's see, there we go. Bank. I don't need to finance this because I have money, and we'll do that. Imagine if you had it to like 100,000. Are you kidding me? Oh no, that's a genre. It's the interactive movie. I was gonna say, if that's another feature already, I would be mad. But no, it's a genre. Calm yourself. Someone took the Rad strategy engine. Yes, it has. None of the new engines have been paid for yet, but that definitely helps. What profit sharing did they have? So they made it on Economic Simulation 2.0. That's great. We're probably not going to develop another game here just because we're going to be spending so much time doing engines before we pack out and get a new building. All the big ones are at the bottom, so I guess we'll just go from highest to low and keep updating stuff. This is like one of the really old engines. It didn't even have anything in front of it. I haven't done that for quite a while. Take out that space, make sure I remember to adjust the pricing and the profit sharing. Keep those consistent is key, I think, because I don't know. I feel like it helps. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, I gotta watch for stuff like this, where we take one that there's no way we're gonna complete. Yay, I can now do the motion capture. I don't really care. The funny thing is most people in real life actually consider motion capture very creepy, but that's like one of the best things you can do for your games, in this game at least, is motion captured stuff. I really don't care if we have to wait a second. I think that means we make no money. So that was actually pretty annoying that we made no money and we produced, I think that was for 2 million, so we basically had the machines running for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, and then we barely didn't need it, so I think it just voids all that you've done. That might not be true, I don't know. Let's see. Do a contract real quick. Yeah, that'll be cakewalk. Nothing new here. So I guess we're just gonna finish updating engines. We have 6.99 million. I'm debating just taking out a loan to finance the new building, because if we wait for the engines to make the money, we'd have time to make a game. And if we have time to make a game, I'm probably going to end up actually making a game. And it can get pretty interesting if you move your stockpile of games while a game is selling out of your stockpile of games. Yeah, that gets interesting. Sorry. There we go. Rad Arcade 2.0 at a cost of $200,000. 20% profit sharing. And go. They'll get that made. We might leave, like, if it's greater than 15, we might... Are you kidding me? New stuff is available. What's IT Tech? That's a 24. A 24 for 50,000. Holy crap! I'm overpricing my engines. But they also have like really high things. And the sad thing is, I just spent money on a first-person shooter engine. We might have to actually consider that every single other engine, like there's no engines so far that have come even close to how much ours cost, which I can't tell if that's a good sign that people are willing to pay that much for our engines, or if that means that we are incredibly overpricing it and people are only paying it because they don't want to develop their own engines for the prices that we have to develop them at. So yeah, I really cannot tell. So this will be interesting. But yeah, let's just finish getting these done. If we had more employees, I could actually send someone over here doing contracts on the crap computers. But we don't have more employees, and I'm not going to buy more employees just to have them help develop a few engines and then get moved over to a new building. So yeah, there's our first-person shooter engine that's almost triple the price of one that's higher rated, so we can I forgot to change the profit sharing on that one. We can pretty well guarantee that one is not going to sell anytime soon, so we're gonna have to hurry and update all these engines, because once they're updated and we have like a bigger facility, we can have a place that just basically its only job is to update engines when we have like 5 or 6 features to add. But for now, it's just the same place doing the same things. And the one thing is it's not quite as expensive when we start getting into these higher rated engines, just because they were already, they already cost us like 300,000 to develop a while ago, and we're only adding like 300,000 worth of new stuff into them. Like, let's just take for instance the level 9 engine. It's gonna cost us 500,000, but the totally new ones are costing us like a lot of money. So we're gonna do rad fighting. I believe this is 2.0. Wait, this might actually be 3.0. This is 3.0. And even if it isn't, it is now. So that's just how this is gonna work. We're gonna remember to adjust the profit sharing. We might have to consider lowering the price on the next version of these games, but in my strategy, the strategy was to make money off of engines, and to make substantial money, especially in the beginning of the game, you kind of do have to price them pretty high, and we should sell these before, yeah, so that game did pretty good. Obviously it was not very good, but it did well enough that we actually made decent money off the extra games, because you can really tell like if a game was bad by how much you make off the extras. So this is 3.0. Flipping need to put the rad in front of it. Should have just started, but with that, son of a gun. on. Dang it. Can I just update the Sports 3.0, the price, and not have it cost me a whole bunch of money? That would be nice. The other thing I'm worried about is where we're only in 1991. I'm wondering if I'm overcomplicating the engines, because I don't know if the older engines, where was that one that snuck through the cracks and didn't get its price adjusted? I'm wondering if these older ones, let's see. Okay, so I'm wondering if the older ones will be more or less. Oh, I can't. I must add at least one feature. I don't have any features to add, so fine. I'll improve one of my other engines. I only have like a ton of them. Let's see. We're not going to do the RPG engine. I really do not fancy the RPG engine. I will do the building and simulation engine, and then I think we can call it good on that. 3.0, or not 30, 3.0. We already added those. But yeah, the I don't know. This game is interesting because I go from really, really liking it to really, really hating it in like 10 seconds flat. But that's just because these type of games can either go really, really well or really, really, really bad. And yeah. Oh, we have 9 million now. We could take out a loan of $9 million. Ideally, we'd make enough money to pay back that loan, but we also are in a banking crisis, so we're probably going to have to wait. It might even take more than one episode, depending on how quickly the stupid banking crisis will go away. It's been here for quite a while, actually, as far as this game goes. Let's see, we have 11, we have 2 more 11s. We're not going to do the RPG one. So I think we'll update the simulation one, and then if the banking crisis still hasn't gone away, we'll update the other ones. I really hope these are actually 3.0s. I'm also to the point though where I really don't care that much. The main thing I'm mad about is that I'm getting shorted money on the one. So we'll actually be able to tell by how well these this round of engine sells. Whether or not I'm overpricing them for what they have in them, because I honestly just always thought you just cranked up the price, because I'm like, well, I have to pay this price to use my own engine, so I'm gonna make it a little bit high. Actually, it's quite high, but whatever. I also realized if it had ++ in front of it, that meant it was level 3, so all those engines that I named level 3 are actually level 2 engines. This one already had 20% profit sharing. It needs new features. Can't forget that. That's the entire reason that we're doing this. And yeah, the banking crisis has still not gone away. Oh, someone did get that. Okay, so people still are getting our engines. I've also noticed like there's kind of a lull between when you first release an engine and when it actually starts selling. So I guess, you know what, we will update the RPG engine. We're kind of just updating all of them at this point because it's a lot easier to keep track of, you know, which ones you need to update when, if they're all just the same quality. And we'll probably leave the price pretty well the same. We'll probably just change the profit sharing from now on. So, you know, 200,000, unless of course we start getting engines over here that are selling for like 200,000, then we'll have to adjust our strategy. But I would say so far that we have been extremely successful. Like, we're probably the #1 video game engine makers in the world right now. I mean, we make an engine for every single genre that's thought up at this point in this world. So, you know, that kind of means that we have our fingers in a lot of pies. Economic simulation. I need to update this one. Okay. Yeah. And there we go. 3.0. Sorry, this is kind of being a, you know, just a slower episode, but that's what happens when you have a stinking banking crisis. That means that you'll be probably paying almost $1 million No, you'll probably be paying 10 or 20,000 in interest every month with 200. Oh, it went away. So once we finish up the engines, I think we got like what, two more? 23, 23. Oh, we only have one more. We just have this one. Okay, we'll update this one and then stop automating the production machine so that it can be finishing up. So you're now 3.0. You were like the most wrong one I've seen. You didn't really follow any of the ways you were supposed to do things. That was the one that was 151,000 for some reason. Not 20,000, my friend. 200,000. That would have been a pretty bad mix-up too. The reason I finish everything up, by the way, is because it cancels anything that's going when you sell a building. You know, we'll actually do the production contracts as long as they all have time. Kind of makes me mad that there was one that had like 5 weeks or something, and it may have had slightly more, but it seems like I only had like 5 weeks to do a ton of work or a ton of games, and I'm like, that's annoying. So we'll let these guys finish. They'll be faster than the machine is, so they'll probably be down to their second or third. Also realized I should buy better disk protection because we're using really, really old copy protection. Like, I think we had one that was at 80 something, and it's like 40,000 for that. Not much to me. Anyway, I'm gonna check the time real quick while these guys are just doing their thing. And it looks like we'll have just enough time to get into that new building, and I pretty well have decided that we are definitely going to just, bite the bullet, take out a loan, buy a new building, hopefully get like 20 or 30 production contracts. Yeah, if we have a ton of interest to get out from under after this, which we will, we might end up having to be a little finicky about how we use our money in the next few episodes. I don't think I released any games this year now, so that doesn't really affect us. I already finished. We have one more and two more, and then we can move on. I'm actually really surprised. Like, look at this, 21 game offers. Like, oh, and we can look at these since we have that mini office. So, see, this is what you have to get on it to be considered adequate. The other thing is, it's like, why would I develop this for something that's outdated? Why would I do that? And then the thing I like about developing for your own console that I just remembered, because I'm also thinking of getting into that, is if you do that, then you're not going to be developing for a console that's going to disappear like halfway through the development. I did have that. I think I had one game where like 3 or 2 of the 4 consoles went off the market because it was such a long development phase for it. There was something about it that just made it took longer than usual, and that really annoyed me. But I guess that type of thing could happen if, you know, you're actually developing a game for a system that was coming out, and everyone's like, oh, this is going to be the greatest thing ever, and then it actually comes out and no one likes it. So then you've just spent money developing for a game, or for a console that's just crap. I'd imagine that would have happened with the Nintendo, I can't remember what it was called. It was the 3D one that gave people eye strain. Oh, that's more than I thought. Okay, we are paused. We're not gonna, if we can avoid it, we're not gonna let that interest go over. Oh, nice. Our inventory is getting up in the world. Oh, do not crash. Okay. How do we have 9 million left? Where did we get that much money? Oh, it must have been all the contracts. I didn't actually look at our money before I took out the loan. Which is something that I would recommend you do, because that can help you from getting quite confused. We have $9 million. We'll have to, repay the loan, but for now we're just going to make... Probably 6x6 is going to be our standard size, however many people that fits. Excuse me? 6x6 is not going to be the standard area. I think an 8x8 will do. Let's see. 8x8 is going to be the... oh. That's the interesting thing about doing this. Is it still holds 3 people. Okay, whatever. I might have it... I'm going to keep having it auto, but we're going to tell it to hold... let's see, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 people. So we're gonna have the possibility to have 6 people in all of these rooms, even if we have to do a little bit of finagling. The head office, we're gonna place last because it's just honestly it's an awkward little bugger. You better get me 6 people. Okay, I want 6 people and you give me 8 people. Whatever, game. I give up on you. You are truly very interesting to work with. We don't... training room can be sizable, but most of these buildings we don't actually need them to be that big. We'll make a big training room, and by that I mean that size of training room. That'll train 4 people at a time. That's enough. We have to have a staff room. We have to have a sizable staff room for 6 people. I happen to know that. This better be a good staff room, my friends. Okay, that's a okay staff room. I don't know why it's so afraid of putting things in the middle, because when I had to make a staff room, I shoved everything as close as it would go, mainly because I was making it... I made the mistake of... I think I was in the 2nd or 3rd largest building, and I had 3 employees, and it basically just got really, really mad at me all the time for not having enough room for them. And I was like, well, you're just stupid. And these guys... we'll give them a sizable office. We'll give them a 4x6 over here. With the door. I can't... Why can I not put a door at the very end? Well, I can't, so it's going to have... We're going to have a 2-person thing there. Customer support's going to be really important now. So is... that's actually the main other important thing is customer support. I think we can get away with doing this. Yeah, it's not going to yell at me. Not gonna yell at me. How do you have this and not manage to get 2 desks in there, my friend? You are being stupid, because I find that usually you need the more quality assurance you have, the better things go in general. So we'll just do that because I feel like it. We have $8 million left. We're going to want a sizable marketing department. It's always hard to tell where the wall is here. We will give them a 6x8, just because, they need to be sizable. But, okay, so, if we need to, we can send everyone to marketing. I don't know why it sometimes gives huge amount of people. I do know these rooms need to be big. They need to be big because the desks in all of the studios are absolutely massive. Like, look at those desks. Though I think the game isn't quite doing what it could. What was that? That was a graphics studio, I think. And see, they're all 3-star. The only thing it affects is how much of a speed bonus they get. Really? I gave you that size of room and you actually couldn't fit anything else. Well, now we know to give the other studios more space. That's the only thing about getting these studios, guys, is they take space to set up. Okay, apparently the music studio is now the most important room in the entire stinking building. What is your issue here, game? Look at this. If I can find a way to place these stupid buildings... Look at that. I got 3 of those in there. You know what? That makes me wonder if I can just go back and fix the graphics studio. Probably not, because I think it placed a dumb thing in the way. I think it's got stuff on this wall. That's one thing I don't like about it, is if there's like anything on any of the walls, it totally screws everything up. I think one of the biggest ones is probably the motion capture. Yeah, motion capturing is like one of the biggest rooms in the entire game as far as space needed to be effective. Like, look at that one person. But for now, we're just doing basic stuff with it, and if we need to, we can expand. The main problem is, I believe that is the... Yeah, they're all that big. They are all really that big, which is insanity. So I don't think there's actually any way that we could rotate this to make it fit more than one, which is very unfortunate. But unfortunately, you just do what you gotta do in this game sometimes. Which now we can buy the stuff I actually want. Ew. Guys, I made a mistake. I forgot to put in the toilets by the hall where everyone's walking. That's my bad. You really don't need that big of a space. You know what? This is a good space. You're getting 3-star toilets. Don't complain about it. It's toilets. Look at how many spaces there are. There's a ton of spaces in there is my point. Yeah. We actually have everything we need. Because I like to have at least one of everything. Stuff like the head office you have to have one of. So I just make it as small as possible. You can actually have a desk put in there, so I guess you could put your guy in there if you really wanted, but I don't see the point of putting a desk in there. And now we are going to have our sweet, sweet production room. Mainly because we're starting to get to the size of building where I'm not actually sure what to use the space for. So we're going to just have a giant production room. Oh, look at those beautiful machines. They are so beautiful. And then we'll have a storeroom that's like that big. That should hold like 2 million games. 1.8 million. Close enough. We should be in this place for a while because we have a lot of room. Like, we have one of everything except for consoles because that'll be a while. And we can still repay some of our loan before that incredible interest comes. We're going to repay the maximum. I can't do that because it's too stupid, I think. We are going to try and get that below 40,000. Can we go even lower? Yeah, we can go even lower. We're basically running on fumes at this point. Like this industrial-sized machine of ours is going to cost us a lot of money, and I was going to say we're just going to pray that the contract work comes because... yeah, we are going to need it at this point because we've got to make a ton of money really fast because the longer it takes us to pay off this building and get wrong tab and get rid of this $4.5 million, the more in debt we are going to go. But the good thing is we did design this in a way that's pretty future ahead thinky because we bought a large enough building that we can expand into it. I'm really worried by the fact that we only have 3 contracts. We really need more. We need at least that much money to keep the doors open. The other problem is there's not actually much we can do unless we do the video game development contract. Except there's not many of these that we can do because I don't have the money to develop that right now. It's also, I hope they made it easier, but it was last time I tried. We'll try this. Last time I tried, it was really hard to tell how you were supposed to do this. We're going to do we have a skill-based game, so it's going to be Assassins. 10 seconds. Do we have Assassins in like? I don't know. Assassins and martial arts. Why not? We're going to do a first-person shooter skill game because those two things totally go together. We're going to use our skill engine. We're going to have to take out a loan to make this stupid game, I just realized. And they only want to make it for the Nintendo mess. I personally wouldn't do that, but I guess they can do whatever the crap they want. And I think all we do is make the game, and then as long as it gets good enough reviews, they take the game and roll with it after that. We're not going to... I would like to do other languages, but we're not going to because we're gonna run out of money. We need a mouse driver. That is one thing that every game needs is a good mouse. Level editor. We're still in the 1990s. I don't really care if it doesn't have that. Need about 800,000, I believe. Oh, I could have sworn that cost was. Oh, it's because these add cost. I forgot about that. So we're going to just make this as fast as we can. Oh, finally we have a little bit of money rolling in, and then we're going to immediately go and remove the bugs from this game once it's done, and then sell everything as fast as possible, and do contracts as fast as possible too. Let's just check what engine came out. The Marutan. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any any first-person shooter engines out anytime soon, because I'm not even sure what they did to get it that high, because I think ours will go to 24. Like, I think they're using something. I don't believe, unless I'm remembering wrong, that there's actually even a way to boost it like that, though, to make it more than the features that are available. But either way, whatever they did, that basically just screams, you're not going to make a first-person shooter engine for a while. And I'm like, I agree with that wholeheartedly. And the other thing about that is, like I said, I've just, that'll actually help us, because I believe we also have to sell the game, which could get interesting, because games, they are very, very, very interesting little things. Let's actually look, how much would it cost to get into consoles? That is like, I see $1 million right there, $500,000 right there. So I think we need roughly, oh, I'm not actually including these even. I need to add up all the locked ones too. We are talking many millions of dollars. Holy crap, that's a lot. That's a lot more expensive than it used to be. Because I know for a fact, when I very first decided to produce consoles, I was just like, you know, today I feel like making a console. So I made a console, and I did every single research, and it cost me like, I think 20 million, which, no, not 20 million, like 10 million. And I can tell you that the research for that, and we're still in the 1990s. I did mine in like the 2000 somethings. Oh, finally, thank you, George. I think we can do 1.96 million easily now. Let's see how fast we have. Oh, we do 60,000 every single second. Or every single day, I think, is what that's in. That's great, because I think we had like 9 weeks. We just did 2 million in like 4, or maybe 5. I think it'd be 5. I don't know now because it rolled over, but yeah. And then I really wish I could tell, like, development report, because, like, see, I don't think it tells us which of these, you know, how far along I am in my contract that I have. Because, like, if I click at this, I can't tell how I'm doing on this contract, like whether or not I'm going to fail it or not, because it's too easy to fail these stupid contracts. And then this is how you bring up the fans' happiness. These are expensive, so we're gonna wait until the fans actually demand that we open up that department, because you pretty well never ever see the person that you assign to that after you open that up. We're gonna take this guy because we need the money. 5,000 fans, pretty good. It's really buggy, but don't worry guys, that'll be getting fixed. And the music is in place. No, I do not want to publish the game now. I absolutely do not want to publish the game now at all. Hopefully these guys will remove the bugs really quick, and then we can release it. Let's check the time. I think I went over because I got enthusiastic about this. Yeah. I'm going to have to call that an end to this episode, so next episode we'll be back and we'll release the first of what are these called? I don't remember. I think these are just game development contract. So next episode we'll see how our first game development contract goes. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. My name is the Rad Man. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.